Right, let's try and fit into this game of rapid chess. Okay, 1749, good luck. So many games played? Only 140 games played for my opponent. Playing more in Blitz and Bullet. Okay, we're playing traditional Reti, so we want to check and try and collect our pawn back. Depends on what black does here, though. Knight up, so knight up is the correct move here. And bishop up and queen up are the two main moves. With queen up, we just take the knight. And then we can end up with triple pawns, but it's supposed to be okay for white. With bishop up, we just take. Yeah, we collect our pawn here. We've got to watch out for attacks on the queen. Then g3, bishop to g2 is supposed to be good. But black can force an endgame with queen to d5, and you just take, develop. You just got to watch out for the knight coming forward. But now we threaten to take the knight and mix up this pawn structure, which again is supposed to be good for white. We just got to watch out, like I say, for these quick attacks to the queen. Make sure we can escape. That's what he's gone for there, but we can just drop back one here, and we hit the knight and we hit the pawn. And knight in, we can just take this knight. I don't think there's a trick there. Bishop down takes. I don't think there's a trick. So we can grab a pawn here, rook across and just drop the bishop back. I think that's takeable. It's risky because he might actually sack, he doesn't. It's not without a lot of risk grabbing a pawn like that, but we've got a castle, which we've now done. So now we can try and unwind our pieces a little bit. Yeah, he's played bishop down, but he's actually hung his knight. He's just forgotten about it. It's just a one-move blunder. He's just forgotten that his bishop was protecting his knight. We all do that, though. It's very, very easily done. Unless he's seen something even stronger, of course, like queen getting trapped. I don't think so, but it could be. So I think we can drop back to e3 and then shuffle across somewhere or other. I don't think I've got many other options, actually. If I knight across, it's probably fine to take because my opponent doesn't have their light squared bishop. So getting rid of the knight would actually be quite good, even though we're giving up our own light squared bishop. Otherwise, we can just go for piece development. So he's played rook across. So the idea might be to play a bishop back at the right moment to target the pawn, then with knight coming in. So I guess d4 probably makes logical sense there then to stop him going back. If knight across, I'll take. So d4, knight down. Maybe we can just simply come behind. Yeah, I like the move d4. Then we can try and play rook behind if he goes after the pawn. Even if we're giving a pawn up, we've gained one so we can lose one. So here, can we gain a tempo attacking the bishop? No, you just take. So I think we just need queen across. And I think it allows us to push. I mean, he's got pawn pushes he can do, but we can maybe throw e3 in or bishop up. Yeah, that's what he's gone for. But can I just simply take and offer the queen trade here? So take, queen takes, take, bishop takes. 3 suddenly attack the pawn, but I've got bishop up, which looks like a nice move. I mean, I can play up here and hit the bishop as well. So if queen takes, I just take. He takes back and I take the bishop. So a3 looks nice. So what's wrong with a3? If the bishop goes back, then it's easier to take. Trade, and b4. Yeah, I like a3 here, actually. Just trying to make sure I'm not blundering my queen. It does happen, of course. But if he takes with a pawn, I just take his bishop. If he takes with a queen, I just trade the queen. I'm just trying to stop the bishop getting on here with 3 pieces attacking and 2 defending. That's what I'm trying to do. He has come forward, so any reason why I can't just take that? We hit the bishop as well, and we're still dealing with this threat, aren't we? So I don't see why I can't just collect that pawn. He's gone back, so now we can go up 1, or we can even launch up 2 and hit the rook and potentially hit the bishop as well. Knight up feels like a very natural move before he plays rook across, and then we can just drop back. So I want to get pieces developed before I get adventurous, so I think I'm just going to bring the knight up, and then we protect everything here. We can still drop the queen back, and then we can look to launch. So he's switched attention to the other side. So maybe we just kick the knight now, and then we can drive forward. I guess we've got a nice square for the knight here as well. Does it matter? I don't want to weaken this structure too much. So down, what do I do? Maybe just bishop up now to prevent the pawn push. Bishop up. And he can't push his pawn or easily move his knight. That looks like a move, doesn't it? I might be blundering, but it looks like a move. Okay, so I want my queen on a light square here, so it can't be attacked by the knight. So I'm just going to drop back as planned. Actually, no, it can be attacked by the knight. It's a dark square I want to be on here. Knight back, I just take. And knight takes, I just take. It's alright, yeah. I'm threatening to just trade the knight, and that would be a good trade for us in principle. It does open up a risk. But if he moves the knight, then obviously I can take the rook. But I've got to watch out for the attack to the queen. But maybe I can't actually stop this pawn push. I'm not sure. Let's just find out. But we're threatening pawn up and maybe pawn up again. So I'm trying to use my time earlier in the game, but obviously there'll come a point I'll have to quicken up a bit. I'm 40 seconds down on the clock. Yeah, he's played rook back across, logical. So does it matter if I launch one now? Where does the rook go? You can't go there. So the rook's only got one square here. Or you can go back over, but if you go back, we just push anywhere, right? If you take, I'm okay to take back, and you can take and win a pawn, but that would be a good trade, I think. Yeah, I like e4 more than e3. It's just a little bit more attacking. It gives us flexibility. We can get the bishop behind a pawn at some point. Maybe even immediately. Maybe even bishop up if he goes back. But we are a minute down on the clock nearly. So he has found the square to go across. So we could potentially launch the pawn. And is the rook actually short of squares? So is his rook... It would have been, wouldn't it? But he's got bishop takes and I can't take back. So up, he's got bishop takes. That's irritating. So I think I'm just going to develop the bishop and see if he takes here. Oh, he doesn't, but he lets me push on. Okay, that feels like it's a nice move. We're just trying to restrict all this access, so if he manages to push on, takes is not quite so bad. Oh, he's gone for the sack because he hits the bishop. That's a nice move, is it? So lose a pawn, gain a queen, lose a queen. Lose a pawn, gain a knight, lose a bishop. And then what? Queen across. There must be something for me here. It feels like I've got something here, but I think it makes sense just to calmly give up that bishop and play a queen across. Is he going to push? I think we just simply drop back, right? Let's play a queen across, because we're putting pressure on f7, threatening to move the bishop somewhere. Actually, if we take, he guards, doesn't he? So, just the simple queen back. Because we are a knight up here, we've got an extra piece, so... what to do? Now I've got this move. Is his rook actually trapped now? No, because my queen's moved, so he's got a square. So pawn up, he's got a square. But that does allow bishop c5, actually. It looks very strong, doesn't it? Because if he takes now, I can take back because I guard. He can go back and I've got bishop c5, which looks really strong. It connects the queen and the rook, putting pressure on. It pins the bishop to the rook. So he's launched forward, so I assume we can just simply and safely take here. Yeah, let's just take. Let's not mess about, just get it captured. And I think we can just take a pawn and activate the knight. Just take here, it's double guarded, queen up, maybe rook across and then try and protect the pawn and jump the knight into the middle. So he's gone across, so he triple attacks, logical. So maybe we just drop the queen back now and try and trade. Or we're going to prepare to push. Okay, he's offering a draw, I don't want to draw. Knight across, he's got rook takes. But then I can drop the queen back. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I think I've got knight across, rook takes, queen back. If rook takes, rook, rook takes, rook takes, rook, rook takes, queen takes, king takes, everything's guarded. Queen back first, he just goes here, doesn't he? So let's play knight across. But I am 2 minutes down on the clock now, actually 2 full minutes down. Okay, so queen back and hope I'm not blundering. If he takes the rook, it's a check, so I'll pre-move to take back. If he takes the queen, it's a check, I'll just take back. So queen back, I assume I just want to trade the rook here. And then try and march my pawn down the board. That was my idea. Rook across now, takes here. I don't like that. I'm just going to march the pawn. The knight is protected and guards the pawn, so we're threatening just to step up again. But I'm really low on the clock, actually. I'm miles down. It's getting that right playing speed in it, so you get that balance between quality and speed of play. But if I go too slow, I could get outplayed if my opponent's a naturally quick player. But we're just 2 steps off a new queen. He's come forward. I'm not sure what he's threatening with that. I mean, I can just push and he can't take. I just take the rook, right? So I think we just push the pawn on. Because he won't be able to capture without losing his rook. There's no threat to taking the pawn or taking the knight. Okay, does that allow knight across now? I actually missed that move. Yeah, I'm getting a bit slack here, aren't I? Knight over, I'm lucky that I hit the rook, but I'm threatening queen, check and queen. Oh, he's gone in. Okay, but there I just take and block. So I should be fine now. I've got 2.5 minutes. Doesn't mean I am, but I should be. So I assume I just step up here, queen up, and then he's going to eventually run out of checks. Here, down, here. Actually, let's move the queen up first because he can't block with the pawn. So now I have to step up. It's all just about avoiding repetition now. So check here, and he doesn't have a check. But if I block with a queen here and he moves. Oh, he spent a move coming across. So I can check. I don't hit this pawn, but I do hit this one. It's got to be right to check. I just don't want to blunder some sort of checkmate or repetition. So am I safe to take? Oh, surely I can go forward here, but check up. Check back. What if I just take checks here, light square, I'm okay, right? Let's take, because I can always drop back over and block with the queen again. If he's on a dark square and I go here, he's got no check next move. He's got to use his 2 minutes here and try and find something. Yeah, he's gone for that, but I thought I could step here. Now I can come back over and block with the queen. I think I have to go forward and risk it. Here, down. Presumably I can just check, but I'm walking into a mating net. That's the risk. Or maybe I just actually step forward. I think that's safer. I'm going to try and run the king forward and not walk into a mate net. He's got no check there or there. If he checks behind, I can go here. But once I'm next to my queen, I should be safe. You know, little pawns like this don't matter now. I can just queen, can't I? So I should be fine now. But I've only got a minute to convert. He's got 3 minutes to try and play quickly and flag me. So I've got to focus now. Okay, let's step forward. Okay, let's step up. If queen check, I can block with the knight or the queen, but he's moved the king. Okay. I think I just come across here now. We stop a next move check and we queen the following move. Oh, he's got a check here actually, hasn't he? But my knight guards. Actually, no, he didn't have a check there. The knight was covering anyway. Okay, so we're just going to set up a checkmate net here. That's checkmate, but that was a tough game, wasn't it? After getting an early piece, made hard work of converting, but tried to use my time wisely, and we just got there with a minute left. So let's see what that was in engine language. So we've played 51 moves. They're the move times for both players. So we'll just see what it was in engine speak. Oh, we have blundered it back to level. We've got a major blunder there. So we've messed up from completely winning. This is what you learn from, though, while you do your game reviews. So we've been a piece up and we've completely blundered it somewhere, not paying attention from plus 7 just about. So that's the really important part of this game, isn't it? We won a piece early on. It's, what is it, 90% versus 83, CPL 30 and 49. So that's in line with my average. And he just simply forgot there that his piece was hanging. So we knew that from earlier on and we're much better. All the way up to here, and we've actually dropped a sloppy blunder. So what did we do here? I should have played knight. Oh, I didn't see knight back hits the 2 pieces. I just missed that. So that's why it's a blunder there, but it actually blunders it back to level. So he's got a back rank repetition he can force. Yeah, so actually it's a queen check first. Oh, he hits the rook. I just didn't see it. He's got queen check and he hits my rook. I just simply didn't see it. That's the triangles in chess. He missed his one chance. So I'd have to block there. He can take and I come up. He can come back again and threatening rook to pin. Oof. Boy, I've got away with one there, haven't I? It was just a 1-move blunder, not paying attention. And, you know, it was still level according to the engineer. I wasn't actually worse, but could easily have turned into a loss. Wow.